All right, we are live. I'm not for sure what's going on. I'm so sorry about this. Let's see. For some reason, I'm not for sure exactly what is going on. Oh, goodness. I'm not for sure what's going on, guys. Hey, Jeremy, we're having some technical difficulties. Give us 1 minute and we'll get the show started. Chanel, I'm going to send you the invite again. Give us 1 minute, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm not for sure exactly what's going on tonight. Well, for some reason, it's not showing. Like, I sent the invite to Chanel, and we're trying to get her on, and I'm not for sure exactly what is going on, like, why she can't, like, it's not showing her as being on.
Hello?
Sorry. Hey, can you see who the Facebook user is saying that she's got technical difficulties?
Yeah.
She's working
the husband
on it? Who is that?
That would have been Ben.
I can't see who it is. I see. Oh, is it Ben? Hi, Ben.
Yeah. But
that was just weird. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, let's get the show started. Hey, everyone. It is ParaSister's, and welcome to our second podcast in this episode. We are going to be talking about our upcoming investigations this coming up weekend, and we are super, super, super excited about this. I am super, super excited about this. I cannot wait for this. We are calling it a girls' trip. I'm super stoked. And in this show, Shauna is going to be talking about some of her crystals, and I can't wait to know more about them.
All right. Got things
Huh?
I got things falling down.
So, how do we want to start this off?
Well, first, I'll let everybody know what on Friday night.
You're cutting in and out.
Can you hear me?
Barely, but yeah.
It's got to be my internet. Hold on. Can you get that paper? Let's see.
Oh, guys, look what I made while she's getting set up.
All right. So this is that better? There's a little bit of a lag. Linda, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, babe. Oh. Hey, the dogs are making noise, and I'm live.
Can you tell it's only our second episode?
Anyway,
All right. Okay, so we have an
we're
investigation on Friday at the Kosciuszko County Jail. This will be the second time I've gone there, and the first time Miss Linda will be joining us with L&L Paranormal. And then that's Friday night, and Saturday night we are going to the Stone Mansion in Winchester, Indiana. Totally excited about that one. This will be my fourth time going, and I'm so thrilled to be having Linda and I together. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Kosciuszko County Jail history, Linda?
So, as much as I've lived in K County my whole life, pretty much. I've only been there once in my lifetime, and that was just a visit, honestly. But it was built in 1870. Oddly enough, that wasn't the first actual jail that was built there. That was the second jail. The first one is said to be a log cabin where the old courthouse is, like in the center of town. That is said that is where the first one was built. So where we're going is said to be the second jail. It was designed by a man named George Garden. I probably butchered that name. It's Jarnsey. It was designed by him. It was built by Richard Epperson.
Wasn't George jail person?
Huh?
George did the blue.
George designed it. Yes.
He did the one for the.
I cannot hear you. Your internet's cutting out again.
Okay. He did the construction for the Chicago jail as well, right?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Yeah.
There's a comment on here. You guys need to check out the Monroe House. We have been to the Monroe House. We have. Yep. We were just there in April.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be going on November 5th as well.
Anyway, it served as a jail for 112 years before the new one was actually built. The one that's current now. And it was one of the state's stoutest lockups at the time.
Really?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
And at the time, the sheriff had actually lived in the same building as that. So he acted like a warden. So, and his wife would provide meals for them, for the inmates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it also houses like thousands and thousands of historical and and I cannot pronounce that word, items from K County over the years.
Yep, they now run it as a full museum. You can go Monday through Saturday. You do have to check the hours because they do change for the different seasons.
So, a little fun fact about the first jail. The first jail was actually built in 1837. So the second jail, but due to frequent jailbreaks from the first jail, the second one was built, which was the one that we're talking about now. Mm-hmm. And it was built in the castellated Gothic design, whatever that means.
It's pretty. That's what it means.
It's pretty, and it looks like a Gothic castle type looking thing, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has it looks like a small castle. If you guys actually get to go and look at it, or even go look and Google it, you will see that it looks like a small castle because it does have like a turret. Mm-hmm. And kind of like a watch type guard type thing. In 1937, the north side of the garage was added on.
Yep, that's where they record keeping happened.
It was the only major alteration of the exterior. So there was nothing ever other done to that except for that garage. And the very first sheriff was Isaac Kirkendale. If I'm pronouncing that right. Yep. He served from 1836 to 1839. The first jail was also a log cabin. I think I've heard mention that, and yeah, I already said that. It was used until the Justice Building was built in the 1980s.
1986.
Yeah.
So this will be my second time investing. I'm really thrilled. Miss Mary Ann and her sister was the go-to investigators until a few years ago. Miss Mary Ann's sister did pass. Um, she's very selective on the teams that she lets in there, so I was totally excited to be able to book my first one. My first investigation was supposed to be last year on August 5th, I think, but some things came up and I told her I'd rebook. My teammate for Indiana Crossroads Encounters actually reminded me in June that we needed to get K County off our list and actually get out there. So we was out there in August on the 6th, and we investigated mostly in the women's ward area. We found a little kid that liked to interact with our little teddy bear. So I'm excited. Linda has a Boo Bear. So we'll be playing with the Boo Bear.
Boo Buddy.
Yep, Boo Buddy. Sorry. We all call it something different. But yeah, we found that my little bear, we went over to the solitary confinement, and there's a gentleman that was actually quite talkative. So we were over there talking to him, and we heard a little click. And when we walked back over to investigate it, the battery that is an open battery to my little bear had been pulled out. So we're going to be curious when we go back to find out what will be there. Let's see. I did talk to another spirit up in the sheriff's rooms, where there is a bathtub up there, a bed, and a child crib. It is said that you actually can hear a child crying. I did not hear one that night, but we did speak to a spirit named Rod. The railroads came through, and he said no. Asked him again what keeping him there, and he pretty much said that there is a piece of his Kelly, which is his wife, somewhere within the museum, and that's what brings him back and forth. So we're going to be excited about going there.
Yep. And then also it's so not a.
Oh, I think she's cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm using my laptop and it's cutting in and out. But so I didn't find a lot of history on the place, unfortunately, but I found a lot of history about like all the sheriffs that K County has had. But so a lot of I did find, people have heard footsteps, voices, seen, shadow figures, apparitions and everything. And I've personally had an experience there when I was there one time. We won't go into that subject. You already know about that. But
Well,
so much is we were there. I was there.
yeah.
Today is also a hard day for me. Today is my deceased daughter's birthday.
Oh. We're with you, honey.
So anyway, focusing back onto this, it also houses some of the John Dillinger's items.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Anything
Not a lot of history.
I heard?
Huh?
We've got a comment saying that they've read a lot of interesting stuff. Anything you want to share with us?
Yeah.
So,
Charlotte, my neighbor. See, the comment says his Facebook user is on. It's from It's being commented on L&L's
okay.
Facebook page, not ParaSister's page. So Ben, go to ParaSister's page. Charlotte, go to ParaSister's page and comment. Or go to Things Network and comment. Because I brought it up on because I'm using my laptop for this, and then I also have everything pulled up on my main computer. and I put it up on L&L's page, and that's where everybody's commenting as on L&L's. So Ben and Charlotte are both commenting on L&L's page. Oh wait, or is this ParaSister's podcast? No, it's ParaSister's. They're coming on ParaSister's. It's on the page. It's on the group page.
Investigation. So, but yeah, as you can tell, Miss Linda's very passionate about our new podcast. Actually got a little surprise last week from Mr. Jeremy York himself. So we're now on the Things Network platform. We're totally thrilled. I know I am. So let's see. Anything
Really hard.
we know?
Huh?
Anything else on the Costco County Jail?
Let me see. Hold on.
He's scared.
Oh, there was like a trap door.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the very first Costco County Jail. I know it's not like the first one we were going to, but on like the first one, there was a trap door on the second floor to access to the ground floor. That was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, like I said, there wasn't really a lot that I could find on the one that we were going to. It was all about like either the first one or the current, So it was really hard, and I didn't get to.
You're fine. Excited.
I didn't want. I couldn't find really anything, and it was really hard, and I didn't get to like the library or nothing like I wanted to, and so. But I mean, hey, we can. When we get there, I will get more, and I will add to like I showed you a picture of it, but I have a binder now for our podcast and ParaSister's and
Yay. Now,
stuff.
I can tell you that there was an inmate that hung himself in the bullpen at the jail.
And you've been there, so you can add to. I mean, hey, why not?
Is another well-known spirit. I can't remember the boyfriend's name at the moment, but he did come for us last time. Her and the boyfriend actually got caught for death on her father's account, a well-known, prominent man in the community. And he got sentenced, and he refused to pay her bail. But the boyfriend did make bail, so she was held for a few more years.
So here is like, I dropped my pen. Anyway, so like the main entrance to the jail itself is not the entrance that everybody goes into, like for like the historical. It's actually stupid thing. Okay, so the main entrance, the flight of stairs. So like it's to like the castle part, not like the other, like not the part that we are gonna probably go, like not the.
We're going to be into the record room, which is the old garage part. That's where we're going to be entering.
So like the back of it, but like the front of it. So if you go to the front of it, you have the castle part looking part, and then you have like the small part. So, but yeah, that one, and then
there's a lot to it.
There is a lot to it. I mean, it's like it. There's so much history there that there is, but there is not, because I mean, it did house women and children. It housed men, and I couldn't really find, like I said, couldn't find really too much on it, because even with me trying to look it up different ways, I'm really just gonna have to just go to the public library and to the jail itself and do some research that way.
Marianne, wealth of knowledge. Been investigation there and working in museum for a long, long time. I want to say, if not a little bit less. So we'll have lots of information from her. But I'm also excited about talking about the Stone Mansion on Saturday night. So, I personally, like I said, I've been there 4 times. So this is another one on the books. The Stone Mansion is going to be one of the things that if I get to go back, I'll jump on it. I was lucky enough to be able to be one of the first 2 to investigate when they opened it up to mini tours, flashlights. The very first, nobody showed up except so to ourselves by Tim and Kate, who showed around. The place actually was before anybody else had been there, so they still had the original that covered the whole station. I have pictures of that out on the counters, and be adding those to her binder as well. Yep. Know any history on there, Miss Lynn?
I love that writing, just so you know.
It's a pretty font. Yeah.
So, I do have some history. I mean, it's not, what I could find. So it does have it has a rich history. It switched hands many times. It was built by a man named General. Do you know how to pronounce his name? Because I don't want to butcher this name and get hate when we go.
Isaiah, or I've always called him
Actual
and
ASAHEL.
Yeah,
we're just gonna go with General Stone.
That's what I've always. That's what he's come through every time.
He was a general. Actually, my history notes are all over the place. He was a general for the Civil War. Stone was a commissionary general and state quartermaster general during the Civil War. He built a home for him and his wife Lydia. They had no children, and there was a home on the site where Stone Mansion was built before the Stone Mansion was actually built. And then on the east side of the house, there was a series of other homes that were built for the construction crew and their families to live in while the stone was being built. And it was built in the style known as the Second Empire.
Yes.
Which that just seems, I don't know what that means, and
he was one of, if not the most prominent man in the state of Indiana at that point. Well, the
I
area.
was getting there. Thank you.
So reference number 1.
For the marble for the fireplaces was imported for the fireplaces, and he was instrumental in shifting the railroad through Winchester and Stone Mansion's property. And then he was a contractor and an entrepreneur. He donated 40 acres to establish a cemetery in Winchester for the civilians so they could have a cemetery to build their loved ones, which I think is really awesome. That's really cool. And at one point in time, it is said that you could sit in one of the main master bedrooms and see Stone's burial plot.
Yep. One of the he had that. He wanted the all stone structure within the cemetery. So he wanted to stand at the window where it's going to be laid to rest.
Charlotte, this is on ParaSister's. This is ParaSister's podcast. This is not LNL. Sorry, I was addressing a comment. So Mr. Stone did die on February 25th of 1891, and then his wife died shortly after on September 18th of 1982. And after he died, he did leave the mansion to Lydia, and then after Lydia passed away, E. Miller purchased the home or mansion from an estate in 1927, and then the list goes down from there. It switched hands like many different times. Like I have a whole list like of how many people it switched. Like every year it switched hands, just about. In 1927, it switched hands 3 different times. That's a lot.
Well,
Um,
people don't feel when that.
yeah.
It said that when the owners wouldn't feel right, they would get bad vibes, or to the point where they would get sick. So they would sell very.
I couldn't find anything like that. I looked, but anyway, but hey, you were there, like I said. By all means, if I can't find it and you've been there, jump right in. That's what partners are for. Um, you know, that's what partners are for. In 1979, the Williams purchased it, and I have their names. In 1968, they applied for it to be on the National Register of Historical Places. It was then approved in March 21st of 1979 to be put onto the National Register of Historic Places. So it is on the National Register of Historic Places, which is cool. So that means they can never be torn down. So it can only go up from there, not down, thank God. So hopefully now it can be restored to its former glory. In 1985, it became a restaurant and had an addition built on the south side of it. And then in 2019, stop. What does that stand for? Again, Chanel? I have it in my file folder, but I can't.
Save the. Did you hear me?
Save the what?
Save the old properties.
I knew it was save the something properties. And then because they had purchased it from Richard Wise and has been since then trying to restore the property to its former glory. So they do have now the investigations. They have the events and stuff going on. So hopefully they can get it back to its former glory. People have said they've heard voices, and some have, I actually did find somewhere where they did say they see Mr. Stone himself wandering what was once his own home. And then obviously some people say that they've seen shadows in the graveyard. That's all I have for now until I go.
Said this will be here 4 times. For our first time investigating for Indiana Crossroad Encounters, we actually came up with our name standing at the stone. We've heard disembodied steps. I spoke to the little girl that is down in the basement in the back corner, side of the property.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason. One of the best evidence that you can find is actually on the Indiana Crossroad Encounter page. We were sitting up on the second floor with the stairs going up to the attic. I put the cat ball there on the stairs, and we was hanging out talking, and then all of a sudden the cat ball moved about 4 inches to the left as if it was going to fall off. So we that general stuff gets put again. We heard a growling up top, and got it on video that it moved another 4 inches back the other direction. So that's actually the best out of the times I've been there. So yeah, I'm really excited about going again.
But, I'm really excited. Let's go. I'm so excited. It needs to hurry up and get here. Let me tell you. Don't. I'm not even playing.
Let's see. 4 days until our first investigation.
Woohoo!
Not counting down or anything, are we?
I've been counting down since we booked it. What are you talking about?
I believe
Dude,
you.
I've had my bag packed. I've had all my small equipment packed up for like the last week.
Oh wow! See, I haven't moved into investigation mode yet. I had a shoot yesterday, and now I can start focusing on my paranormal hobby.
I'm like straight up like, let's go. I've been invest. Oh, we lost you.
Hold on. There we go. That's better.
What happened?
My internet up today.
I think both of ours are. It just said no. It doesn't want us talking about these It doesn't want us talking about these places today. It says no, not today, not today, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Not today. Dude, I love my eyeliner. It sparkles.
Ooh.
We gotta have fun while we're doing this. I told you.
Yeah,
We gotta have fun while we're doing this.
If anything's it's gonna be you.
Huh?
I said if we're gonna have sparkle, it's gonna be you.
Like I said, if we're gonna be doing this, we gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Can't be no boring, just talk. and it's me we're talking about now. Come on now.
But yeah. What else do I know about the stone? I don't know. There's just so much. It's one of those places that you have to experience it. And I'm excited to go and experience time with you.
I'm ready.
I know. Girl, you have your equipment packed already.
I know. I actually got most of my stuff packed, if I'm being honest, honestly. I told Todd I was taking a speaker, and he goes, what? I was like, it's okay. I'll make sure it comes back in one piece. He goes, well, I'm pretty happy that it's pretty rugged and everything. I'm like, it's okay. I'll make sure it comes back in one piece. I was like, we're not going to the Monroe house with it.
Speaking of the Moreau house, hold on. I got something that I've been trying to teach Miss Linda. I want to talk about crystals for a second, if that's okay, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. You know this.
I knew that would get you.
You were supposed to talk about the crystals in between the places. We got off track. We got excited about our places. That's what happened.
So let me see. I've got a few. See my cute little bowl? Brandy.
I have one of those. Mine's different colors.
This one glows in the dark. It's mine.
You dropped one.
I did. But yeah, let me see here. Most people know what cellulite is. It's the cleanser, the overall. I was trying to put it out. Don't ask me. Don't look what I'm doing. I wear cellulite all the time, even to bed. But let me see here. I have to think. It's a high frequency crystal. It's an overall cleanser. I personally use it in all my equipment bags. I keep a piece in my truck, on my desk, and on my bedside. So
I don't got one.
You don't have one. No, this took a while to make. And it's pretty much. Do what?
So I got one by my bed.
Yep, and we're gonna get you to put in your case.
My what?
Your equipment case.
Oh.
It helps, it's kind of like the crystal stage. So
that's good. Okay. I'm good with that.
I know. You're always good with everything. Let's see. I tried to get a bigger tower fluorite. Can you see that one? Yeah, she's pretty.
Yep.
But fluorite is a high
It is
protective.
pretty.
I like the green over the purple fluorite. That's what everybody chooses. Or there's blue. But it pretty much guards you from negativity, keeps your energy up and going. Let me see, increases concentration and promotes quick thinking. Another one.
I don't need no more energy.
That's why you don't carry it. You have enough. But another one is you can see that.
Clear quartz.
Yes, I knew you'd like that.
I don't have it with on me right now, but hey, it's in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I carry it out everywhere.
Well, I'm always telling Linda that the clear quartz is structured to ward off negative vibrations, helps absorb negativity from around you. So it's an overall, it's a good one for everything. I keep it on my wrist. So let's see what else we've got.
I keep it in my bra.
I don't want to know what's in your bra. But
it's my froggy. I carry him around wherever I go.
Oh, that's right. My go-to crystal is halite.
I got a bracelet of that.
Yep. So do I. I don't even go to bed without it. I wear it 24/7. Halite is another protective crystal. It absorbs negativity, energy around you, pushes it away. A sense of calmness. So
I need to wear that more often.
Huh?
I need to wear that one more often then.
Yeah. Always have your place because someone I just dropped it.
Woo! Crystal abuse.
But yeah, you want to tell me what that one is?
Black tourmaline.
Yep, I knew you'd know. That one is your protective grounding. It's a go-to stone for protection and removing of negative energy. So pretty much all the crystal is what I take with me to every investigation. I cleanse them, I sage them afterwards. And I'm one of those witchy women, and I put my crystals out of the full moon. So
I got one of those too. I carry it in my pocket. And I got that baggie up on my desk with them too.
you can kind of see my desk. It's clean. I cleaned it off for the podcast. Anyone have any questions before I give Miss Linda the shock of her life?
Hey, we still got 19 minutes before the end of this podcast.
Did it tell you soon? It's gonna break.
For now, ask now, people, because I've been waiting for like over a week for this news.
Well, I just found out Monday, so you've been waiting since Monday.
Has it been Monday? Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Has it been Monday?
Yep.
It feels like it's been longer than that. Let me tell you, today has went so.
I have problems not telling you something, so this is difficult.
I'm just killing you.
I think
we have 4 people
dying. I've got to tell you.
Okay.
So
I think we're good.
I'm just gonna tell you anyway. Now, like, I have been here several times to this location. Linda, I know it's on Linda's bucket list, and it's killing me to hold this whole thing out. So I actually wrote it out so I don't get this wrong. So you're going to have to give me a moment. I'm going to read it. Let's see. First, you're going to have to hold your stuff together right before here. I'll give you a hint. It's located in the area that we are going.
The Randolph County Asylum.
Yep. On Saturday at 11 a.m., you're getting a private history tour.
What?
Yep, 2-hour private history tour for just you and me on Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised she's not jumping out of her chair. That's Don't cry. Trust me, it's been hard all week to hold this quiet. So that's why we had planned on going in to the Randolph on Saturday afternoon as we pass through. Plans have changed. We're going to pick up our t-shirts and go on a 2-hour history tour on Sunday. So, surprise, Linda. See, I knew you were going to cry on me.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to go, and I knew we were supposed to go get pictures.
No, we're going inside.
Oh my God.
2 hours. The place is ours.
This is like amazing. Of all places.
Yep.
Oh.
So I am taking 3 items off of Linda's bucket list in 3 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know how hard it's been for me not to tell you when I got the news on Monday?
I've been sitting here, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the last couple days I've been trying to figure out what the hell could be, like, what the surprise could be. I'm like, what the hell could she be? What is my gift? What could be so big that she can't tell me? But I never would have got. I was like, okay, I never thought that it would have been that. And I did my makeup today too for this. Now,
Well, I think it's worth it.
Luckily, I have waterproof mascara on.
You don't take the shiny off.
The shiny is not waterproof, unfortunately. And it's purple. It almost matches our purple on our ParaSister's. This is amazing.
You're welcome.
This is really amazing.
We're going to have a good weekend.
We are going to have keep it PG, an amazing weekend. Okay?
I asked Kate if there was, and if you don't know, Kate is who runs the setup for all 3 of the locations that Randolph County does: Randolph County Asylum, Blacksburg County Jail, and Stone Mansion. She said that we could pick up the shirts on Sunday. They're on location. So, there you go, girl.
Oh my God, I am super stoked. I will make sure. So, are we allowed to take pictures?
We've got the place to ourselves. We have a tutorium. They can give us a quick search, or we could take the full 2-hour history tour. 2 hours all to ourselves.
I have a brand new SD card, not even like opened yet, dude. I'm gonna oh my God, dude.
Oh. Surprise. Pull up surprises every podcast, y'all. I can't do it.
I don't see how you held that one in, but now I gotta add it to ParaSister's.
This is how I held it in. I wrote it. I wrote it down going, it's got to wait until Sunday. It's got to wait till Sunday.
Oh, dude, I found these really cool highlighters. Yes, I have. Oh, collect myself. These are happy tears, by the way. I
Well,
found these really cool highlighters. So, like, you can.
we didn't tell everybody. We're going to do a quick Facebook Live at ParaUnity this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I got her all screwed up. I popped the surprise earlier, if you could say. And now she can't think.
No, I can't think. I can't. Yes, I am taking deep breaths. That's why I'm trying to distract myself. But yeah, we are doing a ParaUnity, which is in less than 2 weeks now, October 22nd. We will be down at the Miami County Fairgrounds down in Peru, Indiana.
Well,
okay, someone does not want to slow down to.
Have a
Someone does
dog.
not want us talking about that. So we are going to be doing a short live video that day for a small podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it.
Hi, Corey.
Oh, hi, wait. So someone said I didn't do it, and I see Corey. Who said I didn't do it? Oh, Ben. Ben.
Oops, Ben.
It didn't pop up right away on the screen. Anyway, we will be doing about half an hour, I think is what we said. Is that what we said? A live half an hour at ParaUnity for ParaSister's. And then on that Sunday, we will still be doing our regular 6 to 7 podcast. And I think, I didn't show you.
What didn't you show me?
I made.
Honey, it's all blurry. Oh, that must be our schedule.
It is.
Okay. Yep, we're going to have the Wicked on the 23rd.
Yep.
And I think we're having some guy named Jason on the 6th of November.
Yeah, I was gonna get with you, Chanel, about that. He needs us to do a pre-recorded for that one.
No, Jason, we can't do that. Of course.
He's got Sundays at like 8:30 is his best time, so we would have to do our podcast and then hop right on and do a pre-recorded with him. Yeah. We'll figure it out, and then we'll get with him and we'll figure that out. But yes, he's on the 6th. I forgot to put that down. I will get that put on I will take the first 2 off. So what I will keep our schedule rolling. But yeah, I did.
Phil Haberall.
My computer decided that it was going to go black for a minute. But yeah, so where was I? Yeah, I totally lost my train of freaking thought.
I popped this. Still got you screwed up.
But yep, the live video, then WWS, and then also Jason. So we are looking to add some, if you want to be on our podcast, the October 23rd, WWS will be a full podcast. It will be a 6 to 7. And then, I know.
Oh, goodness.
Starting from now on, I would like for you to start in the episodes, beginning and before we get into it, or whatever about doing the crystals and stuff.
Make it work. This is only
some way, somehow incorporate the crystals into the podcast. And then also exciting news that we talked about was our any investigations that we do is known as ParaSister's. Are we going to broadcast that out?
We'll keep any of that stuff. Yeah.
Huh?
We'll keep any of those Facebook page and up on podcasts. So new guys, this is actually second podcast ever. So
And then also then I think some of our podcasts also will be just like us getting on here and just us hanging out and talking, not having, between us not having nobody or just having us just sit here and bullshit, talk, whatnot, Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. Don't block me. Don't kick me out, please. I made one. Oopsie. I won't do it again. I promise. Don't kick me off.
so
Hi, David.
hi, David.
So, but yeah, it's pretty cool to.
No.
So, do you have any more shows planned? Like, you, Moonlit, have any shows planned?
I do. I forgot. Well, I have to. I'm still working out the details. It's a new event. The show to be our school right here. So it's about a 3,000 person attendance. So last year was really well for me. Thank you, Corey, by the way, from a year from last year to now, I have gone full LLC. So they're growing pretty much every week with every show. So I can't complain.
Yeah, and thank you, Corey, for inviting L&L to Pair Unity, because not only did L&L grow in the community, but I got an amazing best friend and partner that I could not thank like the universe more for. It's been a year, guys, and let me tell you, she's amazing.
I think a year ago today, we met in the woods somewhere.
Yep. It's been a year, guys, since we met, and I never thought that I would actually connect with somebody again like we've connected, and
I'm happy to have you in my life and see what goes from here, girly.
Me too. I'm happy.
We went on a search in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was crazy. And just to think that we were sitting right across the way from each other.
And didn't even know it.
I stopped by your booth.
Girl.
And I said, no, thank you. I did. I literally said no, thank you, because I had bad experiences with crystals before and people with crystals. And now I can't get enough of them. Oh, by the way, before I forget.
What do you have?
It's cracked.
Oh.
I noticed it today. It's cracked. I about cried.
We can fix that. That's not you.
I know, but I realized it was cracked. I was like, oh. So. Hi, Jeffrey.
Yeah, the man that made us go on a death march in the mud, right there, Jeff King.
I mean, honestly, if you want to think about it too, Corey and Jeffrey, if you want to think about it, actually, Corey, we were both at Para Unity. If it wasn't for Corey and Jeffrey, we wouldn't have met.
Nope, not at all. I mean, I'm sure at some point would have,
but yeah.
Last year, though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a year. So, LOL. But yeah, so don't forget, next week, next Sunday, actually, we'll be on to talk about our investigations coming up. Like we just, what we talked about tonight. We will be going into detail about how our investigations went, what kind of evidence we got, and I will try working on getting any of like the photos and stuff printed off if we did catch anything. So, but can't promise anything. And then on October 22nd, we will be going live for half an hour, roughly half an hour at Para Unity and at the Miami County Fairgrounds. That starts at 10 a.m.
Live on our Facebook.
Live, yep. And then on October 23rd, the Sunday, we will be having a full show. And then we are going to have WWS on there, Wicked Sisters.
Yep.
That is a mouthful and a half, let me tell you.
It's kind
I'm on WWS.
yeah.
So, and then we will also announce more as we go. So we do have our next few, like I said, we have our next few shows planned out. So I think we're gonna hop off of here. I know it's only been we had a couple technical difficulties at the beginning of all of this. I don't know what happened.
We got it worked out.
Yeah, we got it worked out, so that's all that matters. So hope to see you guys all next week and see you guys later. Bye.